What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular video, y'all, I will be reviewing, recapping Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 10, Episode 5, 6, 7. I don't know how to get them. But shout out to my YouTube fam, and let's get into this. I'm really trying to hold on to the show, y'all. I really am. I'm trying to stick to what I got to, whatever. I should have finished doing the marathon of watching Insecure. I'm about to finish season 1, got one more episode left. And I kind of was, I was debating about should I do this episode or not. But let's get into this, y'all. By the way, if y'all just check the Shade Room on Instagram, the picture that was actually part of one of the scenes for the night's episode, they had Nene, Kenya, and Cynthia in the photo. And then, they have sometimes a thing called Name That Group. And Kim's oldest daughter, the one that's having all these problems stuff, like kind of a part of conflict, she had extinct. And I heard something about calling them Golden Girls and something like that, and I'm just like, oh. Like, really? But don't get mad if some people have come back at you, girl, because even though you somebody's child, you also grown. You past that age now, girl, that they can come after your ass. So don't be surprised. I already needed talking about cockroaches coming out your cooch and stuff. So let's get into it. Now, we picked up where we left off with Needy like this, and her bun is looking like this, whatever, right, and still going off her head. And they, it got to the point where, of course, Portia saying F you, the Nene saying F you back and forth, and they kind of finished. Then everybody left, like they said, free Michael Cora persons or something, because everybody just left except Sheree. And Sheree, trying to cover herself, works with Portia just feels some way, where everybody's trying to break me down and stuff like that. Because Nene feels like this, and her again, she does not want to say that she said the words fired. But freaking fraud is a play on the words that they just call themselves freaking frack, Phaedra and Portia. And she just saying, supposed accountability. And then the elevator again, here go Nene, the door is closed. If I hear the door is closed one more freaking time, whatever, why don't somebody just put in a commercial or something like that, about getting a new door or something like that. The door is closed. We are at a meeting. Girl, So, but Sheree was like, I was the one who I didn't expect to come in here. Sheree, also known as the plastic bone carrier, felt bad, so she spoke to Portia for a second. Then everybody else, and Candy kept it real. She was like, we did all this before we even got our meal. Somebody said, why don't we get a pizza? See, that's what I'm saying is, y'all, I thought they were going to probably leave to go get some darn food or something like that, because Candy don't play about that food. She makes it known. And that's kind of because, Neela said, just to make a long story short, how Phil type way, Marlo tried to be somewhat semi peacemaker, talking about some, that's because, she kind of feels, y'all, she's a little sister, and then he's like, she's about almost 40 years old, and blah, blah, blah. And, they're just a little back and forth, and you continue to say, yeah, you see how she is, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, yeah, you can look at the angle where, why is Portia on there, even though Phaedra got it from supposed to somebody else, she started, but Portia was the one saying this stuff, whatever, and, Candy made the confessionals. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if this is wrong or not, but at least somebody else has drama with Portia. So y'all damn near, like, either have drama with each other, 6-degree separation of it, whatever, okay? Is this show going to last till next year? Next season, whatever. Shit, is y'all ready for Love and Hip Hop in Miami? I'm just saying. There's a couple other shows, like I said, it's around the corner. Let's see how that goes. You see how they still did Married Medicine. They still ain't got them back on Sunday nights. But anyways, we got to next day, whatever. And, they're going to do, like, some sightseeing, whatever. I think, like, I guess they end up in Chinatown, whatever. They're going to end up at a trolley. And everybody's kind of like up front. And I think either Sheree or somebody had asked Kenya how was she doing. Kenya was going to be there mostly for all the events, but she's going to leave a little early, I guess, before the last night they go. Since her grandmother who passed. Somebody asked, did her husband see her? She was like, last time they're in Detroit, they did, see, the grandma, whatever, so forth. God rest her soul. So Portia actually, she's got these shades on, and she began to cry. But she says confessionals that her uncle recently passed, and she also feel like it's a shame because of what is going on that they can't even come together. That she can vent about what's going on because the way she's being treated, and being outcasted. Cynthia goes over there to talk to her, and they go some other part of Charlene. She's just going like this. You just basically, I was talking about, I understand where you're coming from as well, because I knew what Nene did to me. Because I could have sworn, and I was going to ask y'all, but I could have sworn that Nene, just like she said about, like about Phaedra and Portia should be fired, I could have sworn that she gave a hint out that probably, it should be the same for Cynthia too a couple years ago. So when how Nene gets was like this, roll the tape. They rolled it, even on you. So, but like I said, it should show that also she was saying something as well. So I think Marla was saying, like, maybe Portia was upset because they realized Portia seemed upset. And, Marla like, well, maybe because y'all ain't talking to her. So Cynthia came back and, like, oh, I thought you jumped the ship. And Cynthia's just like, no, she just basically knew that something was wrong. And she felt like she could at least talk to her. But I noticed when Portia was just talking about, like basically being upset, and Cynthia's like, well, you recognize, well, because they brought up even the night before after all that fiasco. Talking about, well, did she did this for you, blah, blah. She acknowledges that, but, just like she's upset. Basically, how she ways to treat this person here, this person here, this person here, who said what on this show this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, So, but I guess Cynthia was saying it was over time. She learned to forgive, and now they're cool also as well. But there was a time her and Nene didn't speak because of certain situations as well. And that's that. So they about to go on, they go sightseeing to Chinatown. And Nene, they kind of, I think Saray was talking about they're supposed to be separated some groups. Nene, and I think Kenya and Marlo, so somebody, like I said, they were separate. But Nene says that she's met, the guy Sheree with us right now, who's in prison. She knew him beforehand. It was also when they had that talk about the teeth and chump checks that he was mentioned as well. Nene knew about him because he was up there, like I said, up there, conned out at least $4 million. She said out of stocks, but he's a complete con artist. Okay, so like I said, they go on, then they come up with this idea later on that they're gonna do a mock wedding, which, because everybody's still speculating about, does Kenya have a real husband now? This is kind of awkward, like I said, that considering that her grandmother just passed and knowing the circumstances of her, but they want to do a mock wedding. But I guess since Kenny was okay with it, in the end, even though it was a surprise, it wasn't a big deal. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, I just think it's kind of awkward considering that she just lost somebody. But it was interesting. Portia said confessionals about the uncle, but when she vented to Cynthia, she didn't mention anything about the passing of the uncle. Okay, so they go making some, going ahead and getting some fortune cookies, blah blah blah. So they decided to make to have a party for Kenya and this fake wedding surprise. So they get a couple of items for the wedding, blah blah blah. Fast forward that night. They even got these dogs, that King and Twirl It, and fake, stuffed animals. They got this flatboard question mark that's supposed to be Flat Mark, the fake one. Then they got some guys there's in San Francisco. They got, some people there to be part of the wedding. And Cynthia ends up getting Kenya. And they during there are wearing the exact same outfit and stuff, whatever, right? So they come downstairs, and when they come to the door, because they first was concerned that how was Kenya going to be about this damn wedding. So she comes in, and actually she's not even offended by it. She's just being like, this is so fucking silly. Let me just go with it, okay? Let me just do my, she's your queen to be wave, and just go down there, and then, even with the guys. So they got Candy up there, she's supposed to be the singer. And then, I forgot, Nene was like supposed to marry her to Mr. Cardboard and shit. And then she was like, let's go on the cake, ladies, blah, blah, blah. And she like didn't take it as far as she could have been. But before everybody went to go night night or get a pizza, whatever, whatever. Portia wanted to talk to Candy. Candy, I wanted to talk to you for a second. You know how Candy be looking like, oh, okay. And she's like, she apologized for everything that she's done, accountable, blah, blah, blah. And considering that, not just also Candy had a grudge, but I think Candy even had posted, like, how she's still dealing with people calling her Bill Cosby, stuff like that could have ruined her reputation as far as, like, with her business and everything, because that was a really serious accusation. So, really, if it's meant, should give Candy time as far as what that is, and still, that does not mean that she has to be around her. I'm just saying she wants to keep being on the show. I don't know how long they will have it where Portia can only, film with them at separate times. So, I mean, that's just up to Candy, whatever it is. But as far as when she's going to apologize, but just like, she was just like, I just wanted to be cordial, like just be decent tripping out. And Portia understood. And she was like, well, you have a good night, So, the last day trip, they supposed to be going to, to get some wine in. And, they're going to places, where I forgot which valley they were talking about to go get some wine. Now, like I said to Shrek, like I said, I'm not going through everything because, like I said, it really wasn't those type of episodes. But Kenya was supposed to go, no, she ended up going, and it goes to this wine place, whatever, right? But before they go there, they're going on this train, which is an hour long, and Portia had to use the bathroom, so she ended up having to sit with both Kenya and Candy. And Candy, at least, even though she's like looking probably like, I want to strangle her by her own bundles, she still was decent enough to kind of just like talk to her, but not in a way like, okay, bitch, what you doing here? She just really like, this is gonna be awkward. So they had like put a little conversation in, like, about her with this vegan thing and see how long she's gonna last. I have looked at Portia's page. Now, if anybody is she got broccoli on there, or she got steaks and some potatoes, which one she's got, or how long she's lasting with the vegan thing. And, they're joking around, like, even, like, well, the concert thing, like, Portia wants to go to concert, but Candy's just, laughing off, like, well, I wasn't going to invite you, but they're just laughing about certain things, but at least not being awkward. They go on this winery, and this man up here, he's supposed married, but he got his ring over the wine, but he's just extra flirty with the ladies. And they up there in the boxes, and they're up there smushing grapes, which that's not the first time, of course, I've seen that. But Candy and Nene did not want to sit there and put their pinky toes between no grapes, okay? Before they got in there, though, did y'all notice, like, he's feeding, I think, Cynthia grapes, and I forgot who the one, but what stood out to me was Marla, because she managed, you just have a little thing of grapes. She managed to damn near deep throat the dirt grapes and didn't even swallow the branch. I'm just like, wow, okay, that's a talent. So, didn't choke or nothing, just took it. Ooh, and that's what Sheree was saying in the confessional. It's like, well, that shows how she had to get them clothes, because Marlo again looked like when they were talking, I think on the second night or the first night when all that stuff happened. Again, Marlo be having her room look like a pop-up shop, so I was confused and thought they went to some pop-up shop where no, just Marlo's room with all her, stuff, pretty much. So, like I said, they're still at the winery place, whatever. I forgot to mention, when they were talking about the con arts thing, Kenya and Nene was both there talking. And I forgot where they, Kenya was saying, like, when they come out, is he going to be up there basically, coming after, Sheree? And, Kenya's like, well, that house ain't her name no way, stuff like that. He needs to look that up or whatever. I'm just like, it's interesting because Sheree was just saying about how, basically getting along. Kenya feels like these women are for her all of the last year, and Sheree is thinking like, I'm just like, y'all still gonna make their own shade, okay. But, so when they have the winery and stuff like that, Kenya after they finish scrumping grapes and grapes in the boxes and whatever, she has to go to the point, like I said, for her grandma's funeral. These ladies end up talking, and again, here's brought up again one of the main things, because with Kenya, also when they're on the train, I think she was more so talking to Portia, and Portia, they were just talking a little bit about I think Kenny was there as well too, but But then she ended up moving her seat, just talking to girls, the other girls on the other table, Dee Dee, Marlo, and Sheree, and them, and Cynthia. So Kenya talks about her husband. Her husband her husband wants her small and toned. Her husband doesn't really want her with no makeup. Her husband wants her without this, without that, this, the third, whatever. The husband wants to put her tiaras away, and the box is not supposed to be seen because, her husband wants, just all this stuff. And Candy also admitted, go fast forward when they have this dinner at the winery cellar. And they bring out this wine conveniently, the man is Mr. Flirte, I like to say, and the owner of the winery. He's up here like a wine they did with John Legend. And, they all saying it's quite tasty and stuff. But Nene's like this. Now, one thing is that I'm not going to be up there giving a BJ for some wine, okay? So, anyways, they're talking, and one of the things they bring up again is about this whole thing about the mystery in question, like, for Kenya and the husband. And, they bring up about how Candy and Todd had to go on a mission, and she was thinking about going past the restaurant, but Candy didn't go out no way, going past the restaurant where Kenya's husband is the owner. And so they get to the point, Cynthia asks, not Cynthia asks, but Marla asks, let's play a game. Do you think that Kenya's really married? Candy had her hand, raise her hand up. You got it, raise your hand. You got it, confident for show, okay? Oh, if y'all remember that short deodorant, that's an old school class. Okay. But Cynthia feels some type of way and she walks out. She was like, I just don't want to hear shit about, the Kenya thing. Nene goes to talk to her and stuff, whatever. Because, Nene, first of all, she like, if Kenya was to tell her to jump, she would say how high. And I'm thinking, like, personally, you should know your own self. Because Cynthia used to kind of be clingy, but she was still your best friend with, no rise note. But she still was like that with Nene at one time. So she goes to check on her. And the real reality is, Cynthia, when she comes back table, she admits that, for her to be good friends, whatever, she ain't go like, Kenya's already scrutinized and been going through a lot. But at the same time, she does admit that she wished she could have attended her best friend or good friend's wedding. And why is this such a mystery, considering, like, people are already going to question because you already had fake relationships and fake marriage and whatever before. But now, it's weird that she's keeping a secret to a point that people are questioning it. But Cynthia does admit that she kind of feels a little type of way. Really, she was crying because of the fact that it's true. Like, okay, I'm holding this girl's best friend, and that's that, whatever. And that's kind of how the episode, I said incident, but the episode kind of pretty much ended. I remember when we were getting ready to go to Charlie's, Nene hugged everybody and just kind of ignored Portia on the side. She plugged that in, I'm just like Carla B, bitch, if I don't, the famous line, ooh, bitch, you fuck, if I don't speak to you, I don't fuck with you, boob. So that's pretty much Nene got. She lets you know she be listening to that top 10 R&B, okay, in hip hop. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, this episode personally to me was, it is what it is. I'm just getting a point, like, how they gonna be able to survive this episode, like this season? And then he just came back. Besides, the doors closed, and I'm kind of wondering if it's going to progress even more during the season, because we only got about 525 episodes left. So let's just see what's going there. I'm sorry, y'all, if I went through something and forgot something, but it just wasn't really a lot. And I'm surprised, instead of a wedding thing, like that seemed to be the main focus. It's either the doors closed, something about Candy, the Portia thing, and about Kenya's husband. What the hell? Okay, anyway, y'all. Yeah, pleasant week, pleasant night, pleasant weekend. Don't forget to like and, maybe not already subscribe to the video. But hugs and loves, everybody. Have a pleasant night, pleasant great weekend. I'm just tired, y'all. I'm about to go night-night, and God bless all y'all.